Hello, Taurus. How are you, my bull gang? Thank you so much for clicking here. We are looking at this here Oracle deck, and I think the Lenormand, and I think I just decided in this moment that we're going to do like an overview of the month. I know I don't usually come at you at the very beginning of the month, and I know we're already 5 days in, and for some of you, by the time we get your readings on the table, we'll be about 8 days in, but I feel like you need to know what's coming up for the month of March. So let's take a look ahead, the beginning, the middle, and the end of the month. See what might be coming up for you, Taurus. Hey, thanks for clicking here. Thank you so much for your thumbs up if that's what you're going to do with your energy and your time when you get here. And that's the way you grow this tribe. Thank you so much for doing that. And thanks for all the ways that you're loving on me, Taurus. I appreciate you. At the end of this video, I'm going to tell you all about the extended, where to find that. And yeah, let's find out what's going on in the monthly energies. Tell me about Taurus. We've got the Tower. Tower Lenormand is very different from the Tower in the Tarot. We've got the Ship here. Taurus, I think somebody here might be leaving a job behind. It's weighing you down, Taurus. That's what it feels like. My intention is for the beginning, the middle, and the end of the month. It feels like somebody here has realized that something has been holding them back from accomplishing their goals. I feel like you're about to rise above the bullshit here, Taurus, in the month of March. It feels like there is something that you're letting go of in the middle of the month in favor of abundance. We've got card number 3, Empress energy, and it feels like it's a creative thing. I want to say that it's time for you to move ahead or move on. I feel like you're leaving possibly a job because this is corporation, institution, right? This is, I feel like somebody gets the point. I'm just looking at the sun here, and the sun is shining on this. And, we always get a better view when we're at the top looking down. And this is card number 19, which is the sun in tarot. And I'm always going to crisscross because that's what I do. But the 6 of Swords is here. I think you're moving on from a job. It feels like a corporate world or the corporate world, something like that. You might be moving to another job or moving on from something. I think a situation has really been weighing you down. And I think that by the end of the month, you realize that you've been putting in all the work. And I feel like you feel as though you're spinning your wheels or not getting anywhere, or all I do is worry. I worry about the next thing. I never feel accomplished. It feels like you're somebody who might be a subject matter expert or somebody who engages in teaching people things that the details matter. I feel like you've been immersed in this or stuck in it. I feel like you're coming up for air. It feels like something has weighed you down and it's time for you to get unstuck. Is what it feels like. I'm just looking at this anchor. It feels like something's been weighing heavy on you, and the 9 of Swords in the bottom right-hand corner tells me that it's worry. Look, we have swords, swords, swords. The 6 of Swords, the 10 of Swords, the 9 of Swords. So I feel like it, wherever you are right now, in the relationship, in the job, whatever this tower is standing for, I feel like it is turned into chaos. And I feel like with the sun coming out, that there's a new beginning on the horizon, because 1 and 9 is 10. When we break 10 down, it goes to a 1. It's the reset, right? So I feel like you're resetting something, resetting your finances, or getting out of some situation that you feel somebody's mistreated you or has betrayed you. It's time for you to release something in favor of feeling more abundant or feeling lighter about the situation. Look, I feel like you have a lot of things to accomplish. And I feel like you've been staying in a situation that's been weighing you down, whether that's a relationship or a job. And it feels like you're about to cut out. I'm going to say that you're about to leave there, because I feel like this is leaving you with, like feeling really heavy, like something here is really heavy. We've got the orchids here. Now, I feel like you've been here for a long time. This is a situation that you've been immersed in for a long time, but I think it's about time that you're pulling the anchor so you can move. It's like the anchor needs to come back home here. Again, we've got more swords. This is all swords energy. I feel like in the month of March, you're going to be thinking about something that I feel has been a permanent fixture in your life for a really long time. This could be a relationship or a soft type of relationship that you've had with somebody. Look, we have lots of threes, 23, 35, 3. We've got 30 here. It feels like it's time for you to hit a different path, a creative path. But I feel like in order to do that, first you must speak your mind, or you must say, look, this is over. I'm cutting this out in favor of the facts, because the facts are I'm stuck here. I've been here for a dog's age, and I don't think I want to be stuck here anymore. Tell me more about Taurus. You're going to be making a major move here, I feel. Away from whatever you've built here, or the job, or whatever it feels like the sun is coming out and letting you see something for what it really is. And I feel like you're realizing something here that has had you stuck. I'm just looking at the orchids that are etched into the glass. I intended to stay here forever, but something's rotting out the bottom here. This is sickness, pestilence, right? Mice bring sickness. It feels like something's rotting out. 7 of Wands is here, and you're becoming very defensive. Tell me more about Taurus, please. Got the World card. Something is definitely coming to an end here, my friend. And it feels like it's probably a job or something that you have built, something you've built over a long period of time. You're now seeing that all the time, the effort and energy that you put in may have been in vain, because it feels like all it's done is it's managed to build chaos in your life. I think that the reason you're leaving is because you're not getting the reciprocal energy or the kudos, or you're not getting back what you put into it. So you're not getting a very good return on your investment. So whether that's time, effort, energy, money, or maybe you've come to this place where you're in really bad health because you have put so much energy and effort into something. Creative effort, creative energy, possibly. Got the 5 of Wands. Yeah. Taurus, I don't think that you're doing this quickly. I feel like you're doing this slowly. The World card is fixed energy. Scorpio, Taurus, Aquarius, Leo. This means that we took a long time to get to this place. Look, Taurus, I know that it takes you a long time to get to this place where you finally throw your hands in the air and say, you know what? There's more for me out there somewhere, but I feel like it's going to be a painful ending. I feel like you thought you were going to be in this situation, this job, whatever this is, that you thought you would be there forever. But I think it's drowning you. I think you're drowning. Like it feels like you're, this anchor is finally coming to the surface, which means we can now move, right? The ship only moves when the anchor is home. And I feel like you are feeling a little bit worried about something you're about to say and bring to the surface here, because it's very emotional for you. Something here is very emotional. The 5 of Wands tells me that you've been battling yourself inside and worrying about how it's going to be received or what you're going to do from here. But I don't think you can live in these swords anymore. King, 9, 10, and 6 of Swords. I don't think you can live in your head anymore. We've got the 6 of Wands. You've got to fight for your stability. And I really do believe that this is you. Like, I feel like something or someone is holding you back. I think it's your loyalty, I'm just going to say. I feel like you're feeling really loyal to a person or a situation. And because of that, you've held yourself back from doing something that you've always wanted to do. It feels like you want to fight for stability, or you want to fight for reciprocal energy. Taurus, I think you have been fighting for it. I think you've been trying to fight for reciprocal energy, fight for financial stability, or at least to get stable energy, be happy again, be celebratory again. I wish things could be the way they used to be. We can't go backwards, right? Once it's done, it's done. I feel like this has been a battle. the battle is against the self because the Five of Wands is here, but the Six of Wands is here as well. So I feel like once it comes out into the daylight, everybody's going to see it. And so I feel like somebody's going to know that you're leaving, or that you're going to tell people, look, I'm leaving. I'm closing the door on this and I'm never looking back there because I wasn't treated very well there. We've got the Five of Cups. Yeah, this is not going to be easy for you, Taurus, to do by any means, by any stretch. I don't think this is going to be an easy thing for you. Closing the door on this here, I feel is like a finality, but it feels like a final accomplishment. It feels like somebody is standing up for themselves, even though their knees shake. It feels like it's painful. It feels like it's going to be mentally painful, or we finally come to the end of the cycle where we finally have to face the betrayal. And I think the betrayal is that you're not getting a return on your investment, that you're putting in way more than you're getting out of this. And it feels like you've been in a street fight to try and shake somebody awake and say, look, I'm here. Don't you want to build this with me? Don't you want to go to the next level? You could be stuck in a low-level relationship. And what I mean by that is maybe you're still stuck in the dating stage after years. Or maybe, you know, somebody is hesitating to be exclusive with you if this is a relationship. If this is the workplace, it feels like somebody is not giving you the return on investment. So you put in a lot of overtime. You're like the person who's always got the answer, the person who's always helping everyone. We've got the 6 and the 4 here, which is 10. I feel like there's something here that you just want to stop carrying around. And I feel like you want to stop selling yourself out, Taurus. Like it feels like I am the loyal one and I stay here. I'm speaking for you, Taurus. I stay here because I'm loyal. Nobody expects that I'm going to close the door. But look, you don't expect when Taurus is going to cut out. Taurus will just put it in a black plastic bag and take it out to the street and leave it there. That's it. See you later. I feel like you're going to be breaking something. So we've got one cup that's broken here, right? We've got the cup that's broken here, and it feels like it's emotional. It feels like this is something that is sad for you, Taurus, but I think you've put enough time and effort into it, and you can't do that anymore. You've been fighting the good fight, but I think that all it's gotten you is feeling stuck. But now it's time to come up for air. And although I feel that you are worried about how it's going to be received, it looks like it could be a battle. It could be a financial battle, getting the last paycheck out of that corporation, or it could end up being a financial battle if you're leaving a relationship. Tell me why the World card is here. We've got the Queen of Wands. This is a bold move that no one is expecting, because that's the thing about Taurus. They will put up with it because of their loyalty for eons, decades, right? But once it's done, it's done. It's a clean cut. That's it. I make the bold move forward. It's a clean cut. And the World card is here. We're at the end of the chapter, friend. I think that the worry, because the Nine of Swords keeps coming up, the Nine of Swords is here because when you do finally surface in this emotional situation, it feels like it becomes worrisome. And I think you're worried about how people are going to perceive you. I don't think you want to be the bad guy, but Taurus, I feel like you're stuck somewhere where you're no longer getting reciprocal energy. And just looking at these scissors here, it's time to cut something free. That's what it looks like. It's time to cut someone or something free. And maybe it's yourself. Look, maybe it's you're cutting free, but I feel like you're cutting out of somewhere. You're cutting out, friend. You know, if for some of you, it could be a vibration change, that you've been holding yourself back, minimizing yourself, staying in the situation, staying in the job. But the 3 could indicate Empress energy. You're changing vibration. You're raising yourself up here, right? You're raising yourself up to a different vibration. And it feels like the other person, if it's a person, or the situation is not rising to meet you. I feel like you've outgrown your space there, Alice. Alice in Wonderland, right? She outgrew the house, right? Outgrew the box. And I think that you're worried how people are going to perceive you as you make this really bold move forward. I'm going to say with this Queen of Wands energy, it feels like you just might leave a trail of fire behind you. Just burn the whole thing down and start again. tell me what this battle is here, because I feel like it's like you've been in a battle to come up for air, and it's been worrisome here. We've got Justice. Something's been out of whack for too long. Yep, the King of Swords is here. King of Swords is in the bottom right-hand corner here. It's a permanent fixture. It's something that's been around for a really long time because it made sense. It made sense to stay. It made sense to do that thing. But I think that you have... Look at all these swords, man. Somebody here has probably got like Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. You could be dealing with someone who is in those energies. But I feel like somebody here is needing something to be restored. I don't think that your nervous system can do this anymore. I feel like you're living in a state of Five of Wands, indecision. I don't know what happens next. It's almost as if you had given your power over to someone else. The workplace. It's like, feels like somebody owns you, maybe in a relationship. It could be a friendship or even a family situation. It feels like your life isn't your own anymore, but it's time for you to go. Go, Taurus. It's time for you to go. And it feels like this Four of Swords tells me it's because of some sort of healing that you've gone through. I feel like through this healing that you've come to the realization or the clarity of something. And there's two swords here. I feel like you're tasked with making a decision. The decision is going to take you to a calmer place, but I feel like it's going to feel you're going to feel justified. It's going to feel like your justice, but I feel like you're battling yourself because I feel like it has something to do with, it's going to cause an argument in the family or a battle within the family. It's going to cause the family to be sad. I feel like you need to go to the next level and you need to release something. I feel like you're the workhorse, friend. I feel like you've been the workhorse for too long. So I feel like you have done a lot of healing, Taurus. Feels like there's been a lot of healing that's taken place here. It's brought you to this place of harmony within yourself, or you know that you got to do the right thing by yourself for you at this time. Taurus, we're going to go into the extended. We're going to talk more about this there. We're going to talk about whether this is a job for some of you or whether this is a relationship. It feels like you're the one who's been giving more than the other one and you're about to cut out. This isn't going to make you happy, but it feels like it could have to do with a family, maybe the breaking up of a family. That might be why you're hesitating to move forward, to go, like the Justice card could be a legal thing, why you're hesitating to end something because it could end up in a legal mess. To me, this is the lawyer. To me, that is the law. So it could be that it does require a lawyer or the law. We're going to look more into this. If you want to be in the extended, Taurus, then please come with us to the extended. There is a link to the extended. The membership area is where the extendeds are. If you would like to see at least 4 extendeds in a month, please go there. If you're interested in a private read, if this sounds familiar to you, please click on the link to Hypsee. Look at my pricing. All of my packages are there available for you. And if you are interested in a private read, or if you'd like to speak to me live, please check out my times and rates. We've got the Strength card. Something here is going to cause you to be very strong. You know, when we ask for strength, please, God, give me the strength to do this. Universe doesn't just sprinkle pixie dust on you and say, there you go, now you're strong. It gives you situations in which you test your strength. So I feel like this is going to test your strength. It feels like this is something that might involve a couple of children, or it might involve a plan that you've already put in motion to leave, to disconnect from the situation. Let's go there to the extended and find out what's going on, Taurus. I'm going to go for now, but I'll be back because I am always back. Taurus, I'm going to go. Take care. Bye-bye.